party. It gotta be a woman and she don't bother nobody. She's raw, close, she's great, it's in the innate. You better come correct, let's get it straight out the gate. Bomb, she's back, the girl is all that. Holla at your girl if you wanna make it crack. Woman who dresses to impress, breeding to finesse. Now, who rocks the best? A chick who stays on hit, keeps a blinged out crib and knows how to make it happen. Lady, the rib who's supposed to give game to a youngin' and you'll always see her coming. Queen, bringing life for real. Never had a degree, but knows how to close the deal. Super bad, holding it down. The survival of the fittest, and she earned the crown.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Suga-T, giving you a sugar rush. You know me, Suga-T, sprinkle me. Sugar Rush Radio and Sugar Rush TV.
All right, so hey, what's up, y'all? Everybody, we hanging out right here on the Queens View Report. You know, making it do what it do. Reporting to you from the Bay all day, every day. You know what we do? We slay. Yay! And guess what, y'all? I have a beautiful lady next to me. So I'm hanging out here with Terry J. Vaughn, legendary master actress, producer, creator, survivor, visionary, innovator, seasoned veteran in this game, and a whole lot more. A homemaker and not a homebreaker. Yay! You like that? Because, girl, you know it's homebreakers out there, right?
So I've heard.
Yeah, so we're going to make sure that we clear. This is a homemaker. Now, hello. Don't you just love it? Welcome, Miss Terry Vaughn.
Thank you, Suga-T.
Thank you for hanging out with me. You are just always such a beautiful lady. And, you know, we kind of look alike. I see our little features, girl. Look. I'm going to start saying you my cousin.
We could easily be.
You know, everybody want a famous cousin. Oh, that's my cousin. You know, I so many cousins, girl. And some of them I'll be like, oh, girl, you could be my cousin. You cool. I like you.
Right. Right.
You want to kind of kidnap them.
Cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm back to my cousin.
You that type of cousin. You are. And I'm a living witness. Because you know what, girl? A lot of people do not answer their phones. And I'm like, shoot, I'm famous too. I ain't trying to get nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? You can't answer your phone. Come on. So you know what? I want to commend you for always picking up your phone for me.
Yeah. No, I understand that in this business. Trust me. And I've always said that is not who I would be, because I hate when it happens to me too. Trust me, it happens.
I think that's a big thing. You think that's a big thing because we keep it real, or what you think?
Maybe, you know, I never thought about that, but yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
I can't say any of my folks from the Bay don't answer. Even your brother, if I send him a text, he'll hit me back.
Yeah.
Checking in.
Yeah. So what about other famous people? Like people from the Bay pick up, right? Or at least inbox? I realize that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So you have the same experience. So yeah, I just wanted to connect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the worst is when people say, you know, hit me up about this or shoot me, you know, and then you do and they don't return. I'd be like, what the hell is that about? I don't even know why people do that.
Right.
Like, why lie? Don't do that.
Like you're trying to, so they do that to you too, as successful as you've been?
Girl, yeah.
Girl, even though you produce all this stuff, they know you a boss, they done seen you all through the TV and they still do that?
I think they bossy-er, so.
Oh my God. You know, and I'm not even gonna take it personal no more then, because girl, I be annoyed. I'm like,
it annoys me too, but I keep moving. I sure can't let it stop me.
Okay, so it's a narcissistic thing. We did a show, me and Tara Kemp, right? Mm-hmm. And our subject was narcissism, girl. It was about people like really being full of themselves and like just thinking a whole different way, you know? Like, So okay, that confirms it. Thank you. I won't get annoyed no more, because I'll be ready to tell him when I see him. I'll be like, you know, you have me calling you, you know what I mean?
But I don't think there's anything wrong. I think that's a big thing too. It's like, we're not afraid to be like, you told me to call you, I called you, you didn't pick up.
Yes.
And you know, we don't, it's like we have a little bit of attitude, but we're not mad, but we do have a little bit of attitude. And we just
we're not fake. We
want to make sure you know we know.
Exactly. Don't play this Hollywood thing. Okay?
Right.
Right. It's unnecessary. You didn't have to give me
Very.
You know what? I stopped going to a lot of trade shows and different type of gatherings and stuff because of that. I'm like, you know what? I just inbox them on Instagram or something. I'm not fit to be breaking my neck trying to get all these places and, oh, I'm going to call you and, oh, I'm such and such. And, you know, we networking and call me here. Next thing you know, you get home and ain't nobody picking up no phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we have
what I have learned is that people, they start to only pick up if they think you can do something for them.
Girl, I'm a hit. Give me a bump.
Boom.
Bam. You ain't lying. Yeah. Isn't that something?
So if they, because it's so funny because there'll be times when, you know, we'll have that conversation, definitely want to do something, hit me, call me up, whatever. And so I do, and then they don't pick up in like months. And then all of a sudden they'll call, but it's when they want something too.
So is this a celebrity thing that don't pick up, or is it the common people, or both? You know, because I'm like, I'm trying to get, I can see if they don't pick up for me because I'm not always all in front of the camera. You know what I mean? And they can give me a little underestimated. I'm okay with that. I've gotten to that conclusion. They compare me to my brother. You know what I mean? All the time. Well, she ain't out there. They don't think of, okay, maybe she at home with her kids or grandkids or, you know, producing something herself. Or
they do the same thing about me because I'm not out there like that. I'm really not out there. Before COVID even. Like, I'm not a big person that hangs out a lot. I don't do that. I don't live in LA anymore. I live in Atlanta. So I'm kind of like not in the mix. I'm kind of like still building my empire, but kind of on the island. And so it's weird.
But you've been on TV. Your TV shows is still every day. Your TV shows is your TV. Okay, I'm not taking it personal.
There are people, I'm telling you, there are people
sitcoms is still running
that still pick up, and they are super famous, and they do still pick up.
Okay,
and
that's good.
They're just genuine, it's authentic.
Yeah. Okay, so
and then it's just some people that are, I guess they really think they're famous. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Oh my God! You know,
But I always make it a point to pick up because I know how that feels.
Right.
I know how that feels, and
I like that.
That's just
good. Well, I am a living witness as you one of them, so I appreciate you, and I try to make sure. Sometimes I am needy, but I try to make sure I don't call you a need.
Did we have a therapy session with each other? Did we just kind of vent some frustration?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, you are so beautiful, Terry, and you made so many accomplishments. I mean, I had to print this stuff out, girl, and I'm like, I ran out of paper and ink. So your latest movies, tell me about which ones those were. You have about 5 of them that was done in 2020. I see on here.
Yes. So I have been directing. And I directed 5 projects last year. I'm sorry, they came out last year. They were, it was 4 Christmas movies aired. That was in 2019. I keep forgetting we're in 2021 now.
Right. Oh my God, I was thinking we was in 2020. You're right.
Yeah.
2021 again. Wow, that's quick.
So there was a romantic comedy that aired on BET that I directed called Angrily Ever After. And I directed a really fun movie, a couple of fun Christmas movies with Sherry Shepherd and Cynthia McWilliams, which was hilarious, called 'Twas the Chaos Before Christmas. Was super fun.
Comedy.
Yeah, I love comedy. I think there's healing in laughter. Absolutely. And I feel like we have enough, like, stories that get deep and which are so needed and great, but I feel like my lane would be to add laughter to people's lives. So that's
you're a pleasure to look at and to laugh at. I loved you on that Steve Harvey show, girl. I'm a fan, believe it or not. I'm still a fan. I love to see you coming in. When I found out you was from the Bay, I was like, oh my God, I love her. And she looked like me. Always thought we looked alike, believe it or not. Can you see our faces?
I completely can see that.
It was a little bit thinner, just a little thinner.
Yeah, but I can see that.
Yeah, so I was proud to see you representing. And I always wondered, like, typecasting and breaking out the box. Like, do you feel that have you ever did something outside of comedy?
Yes, I've actually done it quite a bit
How did
outside
that
of
work
comedy.
out?
Great,
Yeah,
great.
good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like comedic actors are very strong at drama as well, because behind the laughter is always something deeper. I find that actors that are really great at drama and known for drama, they have more of a hard time crossing over to comedy than a
Oh.
comedic actor would have going over
Okay,
to drama.
that makes sense. Yeah, I was surprised when I got on the MTV Lyricist Lounge show. It was a trip to me because, I was like a hardcore rapper. And the way that I ended, even though I'm a goofball, behind the scene, but, rap always got to make you be all tough. And, you're like, it's like, it's like, I don't like to always be mean. I'm like, I like to laugh, can I be goofy?
Don't let them make you be in a box, girl.
Girl, I have been so free when I stopped.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, y'all not gonna make me miserable.
Don't you
Yes,
be
ma'am. And it's rough breaking out the box, but I think that helped me by them. They recognized the MTV thing. They was like, oh, did you just pop your gum? Clyde was like, did you just pop your gum? I was like, what? And I just did it naturally. And they just thought that was like hilarious. And I end up on there, right? Playing and wasn't even serious and got a fun goofy. So it was fun. So comedy is fun. And I think you're supposed to have fun when you doing entertainment, right?
Yeah, I love to have fun.
Yeah, they made hip hop so serious. I'm like, it makes me not even want to rap, girl. I'll be like, oh shoot. I'm so sick of talking about myself and talking about who I could slap and talking about who I'm better than and bigger than. And it's like, it's so boring.
I know it's always like a bully kind of.
Yes.
Like you always got to pump yourself up while taking somebody else down.
Yes.
But I think it's changing. There are other people that definitely have different content in their rap songs. So,
Sure.
you don't have to put them in the box.
I agree. It's a fight though. I'm actually standing before it right now. I'm asking them to open up the lane for older women in this game and stop blocking us. Because
girl, have you seen this movie called 40 God dog it 40-year-old something, but it's about a she's a rapper, and she's an older woman like of our age.
What?
Yeah, it's so good. 40, I think it's 40-year-old version, BERSION version.
Oh my God, somebody did it.
It's so freaking good. It's so good.
Oh my God. I've been on this journey for so long.
You have to see it.
I gotta see it.
Exactly what you're talking about.
I gotta see it. I've been really trying, you just speaking up, because I'm like, I stopped those type of messages. I'm like, I'm not doing that all the time. I'm on my 20th album. I take breaks. I pull back, but you have to suffer from that. People underestimate you. People feel like they're gonna put the youngins in front of you, and now they try to make you compete with stuff you've already done, that they're basically doing the same thing. So I've been kind of really fighting for that. So I'm happy that, as a comedian, that you don't have to do that. It doesn't seem like the acting world have that problem. Is that true?
Yeah, no, I think that I think that when you're an actor, it's like we love to act out characters. And if we, some people are really good at playing comical characters and playing those comedy beats. Some actors are not as comfortable, like I said, with comedy. But I think when it comes to dramas, I think we all, just as artists, can tap into, things in our lives and stuff that can resonate with whatever the drama the characters are feeling.
Sure.
So
you guys have to deal with the politics. Like if you want to do something different, do you have to deal with that type of stuff? Like if you want to so it is. Okay. That's good to know. Today, you're about to boss up to your new scent of success, where you bring in ongoing success and satisfaction in your life, and you're leveling up to
to the new year.
Let's get started with rap star Suga-T.
Suga-T.
T in the building, represent the West Side.
Suga-T.
All right.
Suga-T has earned her master's degree in organizational management, and she says she uses those skills to help empower women in her community.
It made me learn how to help people get a career and a vision and implement it and set it up where it's realistic so that they have a better chance of not becoming a victim.
I'm addicted to seeing people win and can relate to many.
Okay, so how is it when you transition? Basically, you're saying that when you transition from comedy, that you just kind of go into the mindset of where you are. What's the feeling and how do people take you, like other people, you know, that is behind the scenes that's got to book you, which I'm assuming that's why you produce your own stuff, right?
Yeah, I got into producing because I was just tired of the limited amount of opportunities just for Black actresses, period. And that was like years ago. I've been producing stuff for about 20 years or more now.
Wow, I'm so happy for you to hear that, because when you say
like
directing,
right after All of Us, right after I left All of Us, I think that's when I started pursuing started my production company with my producing partner.
yes, I kind of remember learning about it like maybe 6-7 years ago. I think I talked to you about it 6-7 years ago.
Probably.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but you had been doing it 20 years. Yeah, I produced too. I produced my own stuff. That's how I ended up producing my own albums, because when you don't move by people beats sometime, you know, and sometimes people too busy for you, or they got something else on their mind, or a different agenda, or something might happen to them, and it's a way to keep you going. And I like that we cleared up producing, because people get it confused with just directing. It's like, oh, okay, she just showing up and she's on the bullhorn. It's a difference. When we produce, we put it all together. We organize everybody, everything, every part of that piece of what needs to be created, right? Yeah. We put down the creative and the vision of everything that makes sense. We orchestrate. Orchestrate the people, and you act in them. You as an actor, right?
Yep, I acted in quite a bit of the shows we produced, but I didn't act in all of them. I usually, if I'm directing something, I usually choose not to act in it. I'll probably do a little cameo, one little scene or something. But it's such a huge it's a huge task when you direct a show, because you make the decisions about everything in the movie, like from, you know, what the characters are going to wear, the locations, how the room is decorated. It's like you make decisions about everything, and then you're responsible for getting good acting deliveries from your actors and being there for them. So it's a lot.
Yeah,
I try not to act in the stuff that I direct.
Yeah, I kind of can relate to you, because I produce like events too. The acting producing is easy, because that's second nature, to put it in a distribution, set it up, because I've been doing it, you know, I did it for our record label for years, right? Over the past 30 something years. But so, you know, but when it comes down to that producing, like you said, I had, like, you know, the events, I did produce a lot of them. And then I try to perform like, well, shoot, I'm putting all this work in it, I might as well go on and get in here and perform. Girl, my eyebrows will be looking like this the whole time. My forehead, girl, be scrunched up, stressed out, and people be trying to talk to me, and I'm looking and making everything flowing, and it's like
showing up as an artist, because you're showing up as an artist and you're just using your creativity, and you're there and you're feeding the craft, and you're just in that. If you're producing it, it's like
a whole different world
for the whole thing. So your mind is always on something else, and you don't really get the time to sit in the space of being the artist.
Exactly. And if you try, it might not be the most pleasant outcome.
Right.
Because for me, I'll be like, what? They've been to call me, and I'm like, you know, and I make enemies. Like, oh, she was acting funny that night. It's like they don't know I'm producing this thing. I'm making this stuff move, you know, and I'm watching and making sure everything. I might be troubleshooting, and it's very hard to come from that space to that space. So that's why I wanted to address that production, and that's smart of you to just make a cameo and get on out the way and get back, you know, back to that position. You know, that makes sense. Well, good for you. I think it's awesome. And you know, what makes the person like what? Okay, how do you feel about everybody want to be a TV star? Because everybody seems like they want to be a TV star now. You know what I mean? It's like everybody, everywhere you look. It's like, okay, can we have some doctors and lawyers and teachers and you know, some.
I think people. Well, you know what? I'm just an advocate of people following their passion, and if that's what your passion is,
okay.
And when I say it's your passion, that means it's something that you're putting in the time to perfect the craft, whether that is an actor or a director or a doctor or a lawyer.
Sure.
It's like there's time you got to put into perfecting your craft. So I'm definitely an advocate for people doing it. Now, people want to be famous.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a different beat. And I think there's so many things people could do to be famous. You don't have to be on TV to be famous, really. So that's just a whole different lane. That's a lane that I'm not a part of.
Sure.
I'm an artist. I'm not a fame chaser.
Yeah, exactly. That's interesting that you say that, because I know that when we kind of connected indirectly, before we officially, I think, met each other, you got an organization. And so, you know, with me having an organization as well and programs, your sister would hire me to do programs for some of the women, the young ladies that you were serving, and even some of the groups that we were serving, like at Contra Costa College and a couple other ILSP, former foster youth, and so on and so forth. So that's why I started doing that work. And, you know, it wasn't about, oh, you guys gonna come get famous and be an actor. It's like, look, let me teach you some business skills. Let me teach you how to be an entrepreneur. Let me teach you about these other careers. Yeah, you know, so I commend you for that. And thank you, too, for hiring me, because you actually hired me and y'all paid me. And, you know, and I was just at that point, you know, I was a little uncomfortable with doing, like, being looked at as a rapper. Like, oh, she's just going to come and rap. But you guys believed in that I could actually deliver the services. And I was really appreciative of that. So,
yeah, I think that as, you know, just as women, as entrepreneurial women, as artists, I think that we have a lot to give to our youth. They just want to, you know, they want to know, they want to ask questions. We come from the same place they come from. They want to, you know that it's real. And I know if you show up, you're going to be completely real with them. And that's what those girls want. They want people to show up and be real. And you can honestly tell them about your journey, what the good, the bad, the ugly. And you know, you're not going to candy coat anything. And that's what I don't like people to candy coat. It's like they need to hear the truth.
Well, thank you.
But coming from a loving face, you know?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for believing that I could pull that off, because, you know, I have a couple of master's degrees. I purposely went and well-rounded myself through the years with different type of credentials, you know, currently working on my doctor's, but
so good for them. They should know stuff like that. Like, yep, I'm a rapper, but I also went and got my master's. And
they got other business endeavors.
That's
Absolutely.
Right.
And so my thing was, you know, sometimes dealing with organizations, you know, some of the women or people, not just women, but sometimes it's hard for them to distinguish, like, you know, what is she going to come teach them? You know what I mean? So I always had to sell myself, tell them everything, how I was packaging this and that. So you believed in me. So I want to thank you for that. Because I, you know, was able to, you know, you could have been one of them, like, you know, super, you know, high sedity minded of just one way of looking at things. So thank you. Just wanted to give you that flower.
You're welcome, my love.
And you're doing a good job. What is the name of your organization again?
Take Wings Foundation.
I knew that.
So it's a mentoring program for young girls that are growing up in foster care system or just in at-risk communities in the San Francisco Bay Area.
What made you focus on the foster community?
Well, actually, it started off with me just working with girls up in Hunters Point, because that's where I grew up. And then Yeah, and then as the program just grew, because we started working with some other organizations up in the Bayview and stuff, and they worked with a lot of girls that were in foster care. So we just opened it up to girls in foster care in the whole Bay Area, in the whole San Francisco Bay Area.
Nice.
And it's just been great. It's very fulfilling. Very.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you and, representing and making sure you keep sowing your seeds here. And just really thank you for all that you do. I have a couple more questions right here. I just want to give it a little small break in terms of setting up in our report. So I just want to let you out there watching. Remember, this is Terry J. Vaughn. She is one of our own Bay Area legends, but she's a national producer, actress, innovator, a visionary, a creator, a philanthropist, so many things. And she's going to share with you, about she's going to hang out with me to talk to you guys about some other parts in the Work It project. And in the Work It Health is Wealth Cafe. So in our Work It Health is Wealth segment, again, she's going to hang out with us to talk to you in our Work It Health is Wealth and give you some more game. All right. You hanging out with us, right, Terry?
That's right.
All right. So thank you again for tuning in right here at the Queens View Report, bringing it to you, making it do what it do, talking about things that matter to you while keeping you in the now. Make sure that you follow us at thesugarrush.com so you can get exclusives and see all the things that are available to you. Make sure you follow me at Sugar-T, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, official, and follow all that comes along with me. Okay. And again, we got Miss Terry J. Vaughn hanging out with us. Tell a friend, just in case you didn't tell them, to check us out right here at the Queens View, where we get down and represent the queens on the scene who doing their things that deserve to be seen. Yay! Let's get it. Remember to subscribe, like, follow, share, and leave a comment, and support our cause at the workitwellproject.org/donate. Join the Work It Challenge, empowering you to be healthy, wealthy, safe, and inspired at thecardiobossa.com. This show is sponsored by the SprinkleMeBoutique.com. I'm ready.